Good morning again, brothers. Another video for you today. This, of course, is be a classic shaving video with Christmas products, things I got for Christmas this year. So it's January 1st, New Year's Day. Happy New Year. And we're going to do, basically, I used some stuff I got for Christmas. And I'm going to show you a couple things I got for Christmas. You saw the razor last week that I got, that twig razor from Leaf. That was really a belated birthday present, so I went ahead and used it instead of saving it for a Christmas shave type of stuff. But a couple of things I did get. One thing I got was just this. Let's see if you can see it. I don't have my glasses on, so I don't know if it's right side up or not, if you can read this properly. I'm hoping it's right side up, but I don't know. But this is the 0.68 open comb base plate that goes in the Game Changer razor. It came in stock, got it for Christmas. Of course, it goes on the head for the Game Changer. This is the radio knob handle that I like for this razor. You can get a variety of handles. So it goes there. It's replacing the 0.84. I think that's basically the more aggressive solid bar. Wasn't 100% for me. I mean, it was an improvement, especially with the Gillette Silver Blue blade, knocked it up a notch. But now, see, I had borrowed a buddy's razor that had the open comb, and just absolutely thought that made this razor perfect. So I'm excited. This will be coming up future videos. But of course, I had to do a Christmas shave for the razor I got for Christmas. And I didn't talk about it much, I don't think. But I'm late to the party, I know. But hey, this is all coming out of my dime, and I get it when I get it. And this was a Christmas present. This is the Karve razor by Christopher Bradley out of Canada. Comes in this little cardboard box, bronze razor, and I will show you, this is not the head I started with. Not the head, the plate. The plate on there, that open comb plate, is a C plate. I started with the B plate. So I got two plates. Basically, look at all the slotch. You can get a mess of plates. You can order this with a bunch of plates. I started with these two to start, because I kind of was in the mood for an open comb razor. They just get up underneath the nose better. The non-open combs do. The base plate is a little thick, but actually the way it's rounded like that, it actually gets in there easy. It really does. It's not a problem getting in there. I'm quite pleased with it. I rated it probably a 9 out of 10 for getting up underneath there. The only really 10 out of 10 razor that I've ever rated for getting underneath the nose is that twig. That thing is phenomenal. It's just the easiest ever. And it's got that small little head, so yeah, it should be pretty easy. But this is a solid 9 for getting up underneath there. Just really does a good job. Don't have to work at it too much. Good amount of heft. And that handle, look at that handle. That, I don't want to call it knurling, but basically the way it's cut. It's not sharp at all. It's kind of, and it's not a deep cut, but boy, I can tell you that I have zero issues with this thing slipping in my hands. Today, and on purpose today, I've got two products in my hair. I started off with just mineral oil based Tray Flores, and then I've got basically the petroleum jelly based, Tray Flores other, pomade. It's Vaseline with scent in it is what it is pretty much. So it's greasy, and it takes, I washed my hand like 3 times, and there's probably still a little bit of residual. Not a problem at all with this handle. So if you're concerned that that's not really, you've heard that it's not a very deep cut, and it's not, but it's enough. I'm telling you, I mean, zero issues. My fingers don't want to move. They just however you're balancing it out, it just stays. It doesn't slip. I mean, hats off to you, Christopher Bradley Karve razor people. Don't know the gentleman in charge or anything there, so I can't call him by name or anything or pretend like I know him. It's not the case. But I can tell you, I've enjoyed this razor. I started off with that little B plate to start. You start light, you work your way up to aggressive. And after a couple of days, wasn't quite aggressive enough. I went to the C plate. Improved. I mean, I'm looking at a day later. I always check too, a day later, how much of it is grown back, how truly close did it get. And this did a middle of the road job, basically, this C plate, which tells me I'm probably going to bounce it up to the D plate. Because when I'm using a premium razor, and this is a solid billet razor, ain't cheap. With a couple of heads, it was over $100. I think it's like $75 for one head, I think. But all said and done with tax and shipping, it was like $130-ish to get delivered to me. But when I'm using a premium razor, and here are my two really premium razors. Here's my timeless razor in stainless steel. And here's, of course, my absolute favorite razor, my charcoal goods razor in the bronze. $200+ razors, both of them. When you go the next day and you just feel at the same time the next morning, like I am now, and you feel it's like it's just not as much there. You can tell you shave so good, so close, and so efficiently and so comfortably that it's just not as much. So this is just like, to me, this does a good job for this base plate. And it's just a base plate. It's tuning it into me, fine tuning. So yes, I'm going to go out and buy another base plate. But that's why you buy this razor, so you can tune it just to make it perfect for you. So I'm going to probably step this up. I'm thinking about two. I'm thinking about a solid bar D plate, and then maybe, and of course another open comb. So, and that's just what I'm thinking. I might start with the open comb first, and if it's just a little bit too much, back it down to the solid bar. But also, if I think I can go another step, then E and F plates are available too. I know it was like Chris Baker over at IMCDB. He likes this razor, and he's got much more aggressive base plates on his. But so I'm gonna have fun over this for the next year or so, dialing this one in. So I'm enjoying it. I really enjoy it. It's a nice shaver. This is day 6, really, because I skipped one day this week's shaving, which I kind of do sometimes. So day 6 on that blade, and we'll see how that goes. 2 shakes and a squeeze. Tabac, got it for Christmas. Been wanting it. 1959, good year. This is not a Christmas present. I've had this. You've seen this. It's my Best Badger brush. Barrel shape, I like it. Okay, good little load. And I tend to load a little heavy. That's 70 swirls I just did. And sometimes, a lot of times if I'm not on camera, I'll only do it like 50. But I like to make sure I get a good load. Haven't used this soap with this natural hair brush yet, so we'll see. We'll see how I do. Let's see if I do decent or not. I'm just going to empty this out now because this is a Christmas purchase that just came in. That is an Avon shaving mug, so I'm going to have fun with that today. So I just get a little more. I'll get some water in here. I know right off the bat with the natural hair, I'm going to want a little bit more water. So let's see how this does. I chose kind of a fat handle to be doing in a small mug. Yeah, that's not enough water. There we go. It's starting to get there. Okay, now it's behaving. Thirsty. Yeah. Now it's working good. Let me show you. See, it's building up now, so that's how I can kind of tell. It's starting to build up around the edges. I feel like I almost want to add a little bit more water, but I'm not going on. I want to see how it feels in the face yet, too. Especially with natural hair brushes, I find that they can get a little drippy if you put a little bit too much water in. They'll take it, but then they get drippy, and it's like, I might as well be face lathering if it's going to be that drippy. That's one of the things I like about bowl lathering is less drippage as you're going about and it's not splashing everywhere, making a mess. Because, yeah, I clean this bathroom, so it's me that's going to deal with the mess. Yeah. Okay, I think that's kind of good. And that's probably the wrong brush to do in such a small mug. Yeah, really. Probably what I'm thinking about doing is getting that, where did I put it? AP Shave Co. This is the big 30 millimeter monster, which I like for my, especially my summer bowl, which I don't have out, but for a bigger bowl, but, or even for my other ceramic bowl that I normally use. But I might want to get something like that in a smaller head and a smaller handle too, just for the cups. Because I mean, some of my others fit easier. This big old fat thing is probably, but I did it. I mean, we made it work. It's working good. Cool. All right. So let's get this face wet. Warm water out of the sink. Alrighty. There we go. Yeah. Nice freshly washed face. There. Now we can start the shave. Right. There we go. And just say this is the best badger brush, but I find it quite soft and nice. I mean, I can't say that I've used it a ton. I've had it for what, a year or two. Then I pull it out, you know, weekends on occasion or whatever too, but I remember it coming out of the box being pretty soft, and I mean, surprisingly soft for not being a silver tip. So hats off to people at Italian Barber. I really like this brush. I like it's just, you know, just grab. I mean, in my hands, it's all soapy and slippery right now, but I can hunker down and grab it, and it's not going to go away. It just kind of locks in. It's pushed against the base of my hand, and it doesn't feel like it's going to slip at all. Oh yeah, and it's just spread nice, especially on before I've made any passes. The soap always builds easiest on your face when there's some whiskers to hold it. Throw that back in the cup and wash my hand a little bit. Now I'm going to warm up my razor. Okay, got it. But yeah, the soap just builds easier. Pay attention to it. See how thick the soap is. Now watch passes 2 and 3. You'll notice it won't be quite as thick for the same amount of time. I mean, I could play with it and make it thicker, but given the same amount of time, it just doesn't have as much whisker sticking out there after you sliced off a layer. Pass 1 with the grain. And yes, we're taking this a layer at a time. That's the way to do it. 3-pass shave. Smooth and comfortable. I do find that this Karve razor takes a little more upright, just a little bit more upright angle than a lot of the other razors do. I think I've got one other razor like that too. It might be the game changer, I'm not sure. It just takes, you know, but it takes like, you know, less than 30 seconds to kind of, to be, you know, aware of it and to adjust your hold angle. Flip around. Oh yeah, it just gets in there. That's one done. Comfortable. Put that over there. And if you wonder why you don't hear a clunk or anything when I put the razor down, because I'm actually putting it on the washcloth that you've seen me already use, I just place it on that. It's Saturday, so I'm not going to do a second pass, but if you like me up underneath there, this side, I feel a little bit extra right here I might get. I feel a little bit right here that I might chase a little bit, but I'm not going to do a full second pass. I do that every other day. So I like to do that on Sundays for church. So you won't see me do much of that today, but I'm going to go right there and right there. Those two spots. Yeah, we'll get those two spots. And see, I'm doing more. And see, it's not quite as thick going on. And yes, I can play with it and make it go and all that. And I've seen some of those guys. Kevy Shaves does a big, thick lather, but the king of lather is Chris over in Australia. Chris, I'm sorry. Brain cramp. Can't think of it. Chris, I apologize. Can't think of your channel at a second. Watch all the time, and I can't think of your channel because I've got the pressure of the camera on me right now. But he is the absolute king. It's going to bug me now. I'll have to bring it up in another video because that guy could just make lather. He can make it 6 foot thick, I bet. He makes lather. He can really make lather. I just don't have the patience for it, that much leather. But I am still impressed. I started doing that business there, puffing out to get right here in the corner. Because I'm finding when I'm trying to go down there, I tend to cut myself more. So I'm trying to see. I see Ken over Ken Shaving BS. He does that puff out stuff and seems to work for him. So, and yeah, that seems to work. So I'm giving that a shot. So Ken, yeah, I'm learning some stuff from you, brother. Hope you can hear that. All the slicing that's going on. Of course, being a DE, I can just go to the other side. I don't have to rinse off. Got that. Oops, and I didn't get this part. Yeah. Oh, that feels nice. A little bit there. There's still a little bit right there. Working on another pass. I'm not going to go after it too much. I find with this razor, when I go after it a little bit, this is just after a week. When I go after it, chase a little bit, especially without the leather there, then and an open comb design, I tend to get myself a little bit. I mean, just a little bit of a minor, super fine little cut, but enough to bleed. So I'm trying to make myself not chase it like that. Throw some soap on. That's what it's for. Don't cost anything extra because it's already all in the brush. And look, look how much soap is in that brush. I'm not going to squeeze it because I won't get it over my hand, but you've seen some of the guys when they do that, how much soap comes out. And this thing is just loaded with soap. I just like using this brush. Wasn't sure. I took a gamble because I was doing reviews of, or not, I was researching YouTube videos of people with barrel brush handles and all that, and didn't always get a lot of positive reviews, that type of thing. So I was dubious about it, but I felt it was a shape that I wanted to try. And it wasn't an expensive try for this basic little plastic handle and this Best Badger head out over at Razorock. And it might have been on sale too, which helped me pull the trigger. Sale always does that. Appeals to the Scotsman in me. There we go. So that little Avon mug did an admirable job too today. Alrighty. Okay, warm up that raid. Third pass against the grain. And it's just, I'm holding at the end of the razor and it just doesn't want to come out of my hand. It just holds nice. See, I am holding it more upright. Just seems to be the most efficient way to hold this thing. Because if you hold it a little bit more steeper angle, I mean, it still works. It's still within the range. It just doesn't work as efficiently. You see a little bit of red spot I got there and there. I can tell you it's not from this razor. It's not from these, from my poor eating habits this week. It's basically between Christmas and New Year's. So I've been eating a lot of crap, a lot of goodies, a lot of cakes and candies and treats and stuff. So yeah, the skin's paying a price. Yeah, even at my age, it still pays the price when you eat crap. We'll get better next week. We'll go. We're going to go back eating normal and more healthy, and the skin will clear up. So that's all on me. It's funny with this razor in the open comb design, I can almost hear like the individual hairs being cut. It's almost like it separates them and you can hear them. Hear that? You can almost hear it. It's like slower and you can hear it just easy, almost, you know, individually. It's kind of neat. And yeah, that's just, oh, that feels good. That feels good. I didn't cut myself, and it's like day 6 in this blade. And my hair grows kind of at this kind of forward angle. It kind of goes like that, so that's why I'm kind of coming in like this. And of course it goes up on the neck. Just a light touch. I mean, weight of the razor, this has got some heft to it. Weight of the razor is enough. Now, I will say the Tabac isn't the best for residual slickness. So yeah, but I got a lot of it, so I can put some more on there, so it's not a problem. So yeah, less than stellar performance, throw a little more on, it doesn't matter. It's on the brush. There we go. Oh, got myself there. I felt it a little bit. I'll have to watch it in video what I did. I probably just did this hair a little sideways move, I bet. Starting to bleed a little bit. It's starting to bleed. It might be. Yeah, there we go. It's all good there. There we go. Pass 3. I'm enjoying this razor. I'm just tickled to death to get this thing after, you know, it's been out for a couple of years now and people have all had it and have all done reviews on it, what have you. So I'm just getting into it. So I can't really call today a real review other than give you a few basics on it that, yeah, I like it. It's easy to hold on to, as opposed to the last razor I used wasn't quite as easy, especially if you got stuff in your hands. But darn, it does a good job. And I think, I'm feeling, oh yeah, I did get myself. Okay, I'll take care of that with an alum block. But nice smooth cheeks here, nice neck. Yeah, I'm enjoying this. To dial it a little bit even more accurately, more, you know, more to my liking, yes, I will get some more aggressive heads, but that's what you can do. That's what's so cool about this razor. So it's sort of like getting like some of those other razors that you can get the multiple base plates. Well, you custom order this with base plates. So I started off with just a couple based on, like you, watching a lot of videos on this razor and the different base plates that people tend to use. And I tend to look at guys that are like me, like Chris Baker over at IMCDB. He tends to like stuff a little more aggressive than I do. So, you know, so basically what he says for, you know, how aggressive things are and all, I take it with a grain of salt, knowing that I got to back down a level whatever he likes. But that's how you know, and you'll learn. Same with me. It's like I tend to like things just a tick above middle of the road for aggressiveness. So I like it just a little bit more, but not a lot more. That did a nice job. Okay, can I, like right here, yeah, right here. There's a spot where I like a good chase, but I'm not gonna chase it today. I'm done. Don't have to do any more. I'm draining the sink now. So let me pause while I rinse. I'll be right back. And we're back. And see, I rinsed off all my equipment, put it away. Did a warm water wipe off with a washcloth, followed by cold water splash, and then rubbing of the alum block on there to help tighten things up. Drying out a little bit. And we did the Tabac soap. So, of course, we have to follow it up with the Tabac aftershave. Good old Tabac. 7 splashes. Yeah. There's a sting. I'm gonna work on myself a little bit. You're right there. Ah, yes. Tabac, 1959. Now, my face is still wet. You know, the alcohol basically is going to dry out. So it's going to take a couple minutes. When that happens off camera, I'm going to use balm. You use whatever balm you like. This is just from Lidl. Less than $5 balm that I like. It works. I got rid of my expensive balm because I felt it was clogging my pores, and I started using this instead. Because I tried for $5, you try it. You know, it's like it's working, it's doing the job. I also have good old Nivea men's cream. Not a very expensive item in your drugstore. But we're going to use this, so I'm going to let this finish drying and put that on afterwards. And of course, I put enough on, and I put like 7 drops in my hand or whatever. It's just so I can get my forehead, and my nose, and my face. I want to get it in my neck. I want to get all the areas, so I put enough on to do the whole face. So yeah, it's like a face lotion too. It's kind of use it like that too, and it seems to help keep the dry, flaky skin when the dry temperatures are out. It's doing the job for me, so I'm happy with it, and a little goes a long way. I mean, this is a couple years old, and probably toss it after the end of this year and get another one just because I just don't use that much of it. I just like never use it in the summertime. Here in the South, summers are muggy, hot, humid, so I just don't feel the need for lotion. But that was going to go on next, so I want to say wish you all a very happy new year. Stay safe, stay healthy, and go with God.